Welcome students. Welcome to the online biology class, chapter 6, tissues, part 2. In the last video, we have discussed about different types of plant tissues. There are two types of plant tissues. They are meristematic tissue and permanent tissue. In the last video, we have discussed about only meristematic tissue. Tissue means group of cells. In this type of tissue, the cells have the capacity to divide. And also we have seen that different types of meristematic tissue based on their location, like apical meristematic tissue, intercalary meristematic tissue and lateral meristematic tissue. Based on their location, meristematic tissue is divided into three types: apical, which are present at the tips of growing parts; intercalary meristematic tissue, which are present at the nodes of plants and also in the internodes; and third type of meristematic tissue, lateral meristematic tissue, which are present at the sides of the plant parts. These are the three important meristematic types of tissues what we have discussed in the last video. Today we are going to learn about permanent tissue. This is the second type of plant tissue. The cells which are present in this type of tissue do not divide. Again, permanent tissue is divided into two types: simple permanent tissue and complex permanent tissue. And in this video, we are going to discuss only about simple permanent tissue. What are the characteristics of this simple permanent tissue and what are the types of simple permanent tissues? Let us start. Let us know about permanent tissue first. What is meant by permanent tissue? In order to understand what is meant by permanent tissue, first let us recall our previous knowledge about meristematic tissue. What is meant by meristematic tissue? The tissue which contains the cells, group of cells, which have the capacity to divide. Is it right? Meristematic tissue is the type of tissue which has the ability to divide. Do you think that all the cells which are present in the meristematic tissue, are they continuously divide throughout their lifetime? No. After one proper time, they lost the ability to divide. Why? Because the cells which are dividing in the meristematic tissue, they take a proper shape, proper size and they perform specific role. Then it lost the ability of the divide. Then this meristematic tissue only forms the permanent tissue. Look at the point here. Cells of meristematic tissue differentiate to form different types of permanent tissue. Meristematic tissue only differentiate into permanent tissue. Then you might have a doubt. What is meant by differentiation? The process of, look at the second point here, the process of taking up a permanent shape, size and a function is called differentiation. The process of taking up a permanent shape, size and a function of a cell is called differentiation. Meristematic tissue only differentiate into permanent tissue. After losing the capacity of the division, meristematic tissue is differentiated into permanent tissue. We have seen how permanent tissue is formed. Now let us discuss about what are the characteristics of permanent tissue. This is the tissue which is made up of dead cells or living cells. What is the main characteristic of meristematic tissue? Do you remember? The cells which are present in the meristematic tissue are all living cells. But in the case of permanent tissue, the cells which are present in this tissue are either made up of dead cells or living cells. Two types of cells are present in this type of tissue. And if you see, this type of cells lost the power to divide. Already we have discussed that. After differentiation only, meristematic tissue is formed into permanent tissue. So the cells which are present in this permanent tissue, they lost the power to divide. They are matured cells. All the cells which are present in the permanent tissue are matured cells. They have proper shape and proper size, and also they perform specific function. These are all the characteristics of permanent tissue. They are made up of either dead cells or living cells. They lost the power to divide. All the cells which are present in the permanent tissue are matured cells. They have proper shape and size, and also they perform specific role, specific function. Now let us see the classification of permanent tissue. Permanent tissue is divided into two types. Based on the type of cells, permanent tissue is divided into two types. What are the two types? They are simple permanent tissue and complex permanent tissue. How many types of permanent tissues are there? There are two types of permanent tissues based on the type of cells. One is simple permanent tissue and second one is complex permanent tissue. What is the difference between these two types of permanent tissues? I already told you, based on the type of cells. That means in simple permanent tissue, only one type of cells are present. In simple permanent tissue, only one type of cells are present which look similar to each other. All cells which are present in this simple permanent tissue are look like each other and they perform single function. And another type of permanent tissue is complex permanent tissue. This type of tissue contains more than one type of cells. So many differences are present in the structure and function also, which are present in this complex permanent tissue. Based on type of cells, permanent tissue is divided into two types: simple permanent tissue, complex permanent tissue. Simple permanent tissue contains only one type of cells. Complex permanent tissue contains more than one type of cells. Look at the flowchart here. Permanent tissue is classified into two types: simple permanent tissue, complex permanent tissue, based on the type of cells. Simple permanent tissue contains only one type of cells. Complex permanent tissue contains more than one type of cells. Again, if you observe the simple permanent tissue, it is divided into three types. Again, simple permanent tissue is divided into three types. What are the three types? First one, parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. There are three types of simple permanent tissues are present in the plants. First one, parenchyma. Second one, collenchyma. And third one, sclerenchyma. In this video, we are going to focus on only simple permanent tissue. Let us see the characteristics of each and every type of simple permanent tissue. Let us discuss about first one, parenchyma. Parenchyma is the type of simple permanent tissue which consists of loosely packed thin-walled cells. The cells which are present in the parenchyma are loosely packed. Look at the picture here. All these are cells. They are packed very loosely. Because of this looseness, there is a lot of space present in between the cells. These spaces which are present in between the cells are called intercellular spaces. Parenchyma is a type of simple permanent tissue which contains thin-walled, loosely packed cells. Because of this, they contain more intercellular spaces. Intercellular spaces means the space which is present in between the cells. As they are arranged very loosely, the cellular spaces are more in the case of parenchyma. And if you observe some type of parenchyma cells which are present in the leaves or green color stems, they contain chloroplast. Chloroplast means you all know that chloroplast is the cell which contains chlorophyll pigment which gives green color to the plant. This chlorophyll helps in the process of photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is the process through which plants prepare their own food. Some type of parenchyma cells contain chlorophyll. The parenchymatic cells which contain chlorophyll are called chlorenchyma. Remember this? The parenchyma cells which contain chlorophyll are called chlorenchyma. These chlorenchyma perform photosynthesis through which plants prepare their food material. If you observe aquatic plants which are in green color, there are so many large air cavities are present in between the cells, which helps the aquatic plants to float on the water. The cells which are present in the parenchyma cells are thin-walled and loosely packed. Because of this loosely packing, intercellular spaces are more in the case of parenchyma. The parenchyma cells which contain chlorophyll is called chlorenchyma. The parenchyma cells which are present in the aquatic plants, they contain large air cavities which help the aquatic plants to float on the water. You all know that aquatic plants float on the water. Why? How can they float on the water? Because in between the parenchymatic cells of aquatic plants, there is large amount of air cavity. Air cavities are more in the case of aquatic plants. That's why only they float on the water. And if you observe this type of parenchymatic cells, some parenchyma cells of roots and stores, they store food materials and minerals also. The main function of the parenchyma cell is it gives mechanical support to the plant. So we can tell the functions of parenchyma. This tissue helps in giving the support to the plant and also in the storing of food materials and minerals, and also it helps in the participation of photosynthesis. Parenchyma is one type of simple permanent tissue which contains loosely packed thin-walled cells. The parenchyma cells which contain chlorophyll are called chlorenchyma. Aquatic plants contain large air cavities which help the aquatic plant to float, and some type of parenchyma cells which are present in roots and in some cases in the stem also, they help in the storage of food materials and also water and minerals. This is about parenchyma. Let us discuss about collenchyma. This is the second type of simple permanent tissue, collenchyma. If you see the structure of this type of cells, the cells which are present in the collenchyma are elongated cells. Elongated cells, when compared to the parenchyma cells, less amount of intercellular spaces are present. When compared to the parenchyma cells, collenchyma cells have less intercellular spaces. And if you see the structure of the cell wall, it contains thick cell wall which gives flexibility to the plant. Suppose if you pull one branch of a plant, it can easily bend without breaking. This flexibility is due to the presence of collenchyma which is present in the plant. This type of collenchyma allows the plant to easily bending without breaking, even it is stem or leaf. So we can tell that it gives mechanical support to the plant. Elongated cells are present with less intercellular spaces, with thick cell wall at the corners only, and they have flexibility. They give flexibility to the plants for bending. They also give mechanical support to the plant. Now let us discuss about the third type of simple permanent tissue, that is sclerenchyma. If you observe the structure of the cells which are present in the sclerenchyma, this type of sclerenchyma tissue consists of long, narrow and dead cells. In the case of parenchyma and collenchyma, what we have discussed earlier, they contain living cells. But in the case of sclerenchyma, this type of tissue contains only dead cells. Have you seen the external structure of coconut? Husk of the coconut is made up of sclerenchymatic cells, which are dead cells. They contain thick wall. This thick wall contains one substance, one chemical substance, which is lignin. These thick-walled sclerenchymatic cells contain lignin. Lignin is a chemical substance which acts like cement, and it makes the particular tissue more hard. Because of this hardness, this sclerenchyma cells, sclerenchyma tissue gives mechanical strength and hardness to the parts of a plant. This is the third type of simple permanent tissue, which contains long, narrow, dead cells, which contain thick walled cells. Because of the presence of lignin, these cells are thick walled, and it gives mechanical strength and hardness to the plants. They are tightly packed, so no intercellular spaces are present in the sclerenchymatic tissue. These are about the three types of simple permanent tissue. Look at the pictures here. Three types of tissues I have given. Look at the structure. This is parenchyma. The cells are loosely packed. Intercellular spaces are more. This is cross section. This picture is cross section. That means horizontal view. And the second picture is vertical view. See the cell structure here. The arrangement of the cells in parenchymatic cells. They are thin walled with more intercellular spaces. They contain nucleus and thin cell wall. Look at the second picture. This is collenchyma. When compared to the parenchyma, at the corners of the collenchyma tissue, they contain thick walls and less amount of intercellular spaces are present. This is about collenchyma. And third one, sclerenchyma. Densely packed, that means closely packed without intercellular spaces, and the cell walls are very thick due to the presence of lignin chemical. There are no intercellular air spaces in the sclerenchymatic tissue. Look at this picture. This is also about the three types of simple permanent tissue. In a simple way, I have given here parenchyma cells with a lot of intercellular spaces with the primary walls, that means thin walls. If you see the functions of parenchyma tissue, this type of tissue involved in photosynthesis due to the presence of chlorophyll, and also helps in the storage of water, food materials and minerals, and also helps in the floating of plants. It gives buoyancy to the plant, balance to the aquatic plants to float on the water, and it gives support to the plant. Look at the second picture here. Collenchyma. Elongated cells are present with uneven primary walls. That means at the corners only, I told you at the corners only thick walls are present, and these type of cells are living cells. Parenchyma also living cells only. And if you see the functions of collenchyma, they help in the flexibility of the plant. It gives flexibility to the plant to bend easily without breaking, and also it gives support to the plant. Third type of simple permanent tissue is sclerenchyma. Elongated cells are present with thick secondary walls, and these type of cells are dead cells. Matured dead cells are present with thick walls which contains lignin. No intercellular spaces are present. If you see the function, it gives hardness to the plant, and it gives strength to the plant also. It gives mechanical support to the plant. This is about the simple permanent tissue and different types of simple permanent tissues. I hope you have understood the functions and structure of simple permanent tissue and its classification. In the next video, we will discuss about the complex type of permanent tissue and what are the different types of complex permanent tissue. Hari Om. Thank you.